Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I appreciate everybody who is here tonight. Today is Tuesday, so we are going to play 3 rounds of Old School Magic. It is July 20th, it is 8 p.m. Eastern, and we are getting ready to play. But first things first, of course, we need to make sure that we choose the color for the border around me. So let's bring up the color chooser, and we will spin the wheel of fate and see what we got. That wheel is rather anemic tonight and doesn't want to spin. There it goes. There it goes. Okay, so we are going to go with a black frame. So let's turn off this artifact frame and turn on the black frame. So I appreciate everybody who is here tonight. So thank you very much for being here. This is my regularly scheduled stream where I play 3 rounds of Old School Magic. Let's take a look at tonight's deck. Tonight's deck is called Dice Factory. If you take a look at all of the creatures that are in my deck, all 20 of the creatures have something to do with +1/+1 counters. So, Fungusaur is 4 mana for a 2/2 creature. Whenever it takes damage, it gets a +1/+1 counter. Tetravis is a 6 mana 1/1. Comes into play with 3 +1/+1 counters, and at the beginning of my upkeep, those +1/+1 counters can be broken apart into 1/1 flyers. Sengir Vampire, 4/4 flyer for 5. And whenever a creature dealt damage by the vampire is destroyed, Sacred Vampire gets a +1/+1 counter. Whirling Dervish, 2 mana for a 1/1 with protection from black. At the end of a turn where it dealt damage to a player, it gets a +1/+1 counter. Sentinel Druid, 2 mana for a 1/1. Whenever an opponent casts an artifact, it gets a +1/+1 counter. Triskelion, 6 mana for a 1/1, comes into play with 3 +1/+1 counters. And those +1/+1 counters can be removed to deal a point of damage somewhere. Ashnod's Transmogrant, 1 mana artifact, tap and sacrifice it, put a +1/+1 counter on target non-artifact creature, and then that creature becomes an artifact creature. Then, -1/-1 counters. Now, you may be wondering what's going on with that. Well, the cool thing is with Unstable Mutation is it gives -1/-1 counters to the creature at the beginning of the upkeep. But because of state-based actions and rule number 704.5Q regarding state-based actions, if a permanent has both +1/+1 counters and -1/-1 counters, they basically offset. So that is what we've got going on there. And then we've got Pestilence to deal some extra damage. The Arena card is totally awesome in this because of the fact that I can use the Arena to either have my Sengir Vampires fight something else or my Fungosaurs to fight something else. So if the Sengir does damage and kills something, then it'll get bigger. If the Fungosaur survives and is dealt damage, then it's going to get bigger. So just all kinds of synergies there. And then, of course, we have a whole bunch of restricted cards and 20 lands. So looks like that we have our opponent, Chris. And so let's let Chris into the room.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
I don't see your camera.
You don't see my camera?
No, your camera is not. Here we go.
That now. Okay.
Here we
Sorry
go.
about that confusion. Nope. The person that got paired up did not want to be on Twitch, so I volunteered to swap. So
I got you. Now that happens sometimes. It is very rare, but it does happen sometimes, and I definitely respect that.
Okay.
So.
Yep. Yeah, I got no problem. Always a good game.
Yeah. Whoops. Let's zoom in a little bit. Get a little bit more of your stuff on the screen. There we go.
Am I a widescreen or do you want me to try to switch to?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and okay. So okay, I got you. Checking in, and there we go. All right. So he didn't want to be on camera, huh? That's fine.
Correct. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter to me though. So.
Right. Some people just don't want to be, which is fine, completely and totally, and that's why I make the announcement in the Discord about the stream. So if somebody decides that they don't want to be on the camera, they don't have to be.
It's taking a wait. That over there. Great. I'll turn some more light on. I don't know if it's bright enough for you, but
it looks good enough for me.
It's probably a little better.
Yeah. There you go.
Great.
Ready. So I'm
I saw the deck because we
slinging
had
some
that.
spice tonight. So
I saw that. It's great, man. Like I said, great minds. Fungosaur is the best.
Yeah, Fungosaur is definitely a fun card. So.
Yep. Mine is chocked full of bad creatures. The idea is that I played really shitty creatures.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Try to make them better by giving them to you. Go ahead and just middle stack. It doesn't matter.
Same. All right. Then you want to choose even or odd?
Oh, it's fine.
It is even. It is a 4.
All right.
All right. So I will play first. Good luck.
You too.
I will keep.
I'll keep this also.
All right. I'm going to go with Underground Sea, Lotus, Crack for green.
Oof.
Use 2 of it for a Whirling Dervish, and then 1 of it for a Sentinel Druid.
That's a good turn.
It was, and you can go.
Draw a card. Sapphire, go ahead and plus your druid.
Yeah.
Man, I guess I'll drop a Maze of Ith then.
Seems alright.
Yeah. Go ahead. I mean,
Untap.
yeah.
Raw.
See where we come
Attack
from
with
here.
both.
I will return the druid, and I will unsummon.
Ooh.
Sorry, that was the wrong card. Unsummon the
Okay.
dervish.
All right, go ahead.
He's a tough one to cast with just blue, so
yeah.
Hopefully we made the right decision.
Well, I also didn't play a land, so.
Yeah. Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Primordial Ooze.
Okay.
He's a bad creature.
Mm-hmm.
Pass turn. That's it. That's all I got, man.
Hey, Twitch chat, just so you know, don't let my opponent know, I picked up a playset of Primordial Oozes earlier today. They're not in the deck, but
nice.
I can appreciate the card. All right.
Yeah.
So I will draw. And I will play another Underground Sea. And I will say go.
So I'll put a counter on him. I will pay for said counter.
Correct.
I will draw a card.
And for my viewers, what I will do is I will put the text of Primordial Ooze in the chat.
Yeah. It's going to be relevant at some point here.
Yeah.
I will tap 1 blue and Unstable Mutation Primordial Ooze.
Ooh, okay. That's a good
That's
good combo. It's a very good combo. Yeah, so we've actually got a command ready for that. So rule number 704.5Q regarding state-based actions. If a permanent has both +1/+1 counters and -1/-1 counters, then N +1/+1 counters and N -1/-1 counters are removed. So basically they cancel each other out. So that Unstable Mutation is pretty huge right now, not gonna lie.
It is permanent, essentially.
Yeah.
I'm going to tap 1 blue to Ancestral Recall myself, which I should have done before.
That seems okay.
It's still pretty good in this situation. And I will swing the Primordial Ooze because he has to attack.
Yeah, and that's 5 damage.
He is a 5/5, correct.
Yeah, so I will take it. I'm at 15.
I'll pass turn.
Okay. I will draw. I will frown.
Yeah.
And I will say go.
Yeah, huge tempo in the beginning. That unstable mutation, or not unstable, the unsummon was really key.
So you put the ooze on the stack, and then the unstable mutation. Unstable mutation removes the first counter, and then the one counter goes away. So the upkeep is always going to be 1. That is pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll actually pay with the Mox just to draw. We'll pay 1 blue and take 1 damage to play Electric Eel.
Okay. That's awesome.
Bad creatures, man. Bad creatures are the best. We will... Yeah, that will be fine. We'll swing for 5.
Okay, I'll take it because I have to. I mean, I don't have to. I could technically block, but
yeah,
we'll see if I can do something else.
And we'll pass turn.
Okay, I will draw. Okay, I will say go.
All right.
Not working out so well for me. Yeah.
Use take off a counter, place. Yep.
We'll
play another island. Lightning Bolt the Druid.
Sure.
We'll cast double Mana Vault.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll just swing in for 6.
6. I'm at 4.
And I'll pass turn.
Alright, I will draw. And I will concede the game because I am dead on board. Whew.
Yeah, great explosive first turn, but
yeah, I didn't draw any lands, so that was bad for me. Not gonna lie.
Geez, I don't even know. Like sideboard wise, like,
All right, let's see what we can do. Well, sorry for the non-game. Like that start was good. It's like, okay, I'm gonna put 2 things on the table, and then you decided to have a Mazavith, which was pretty good.
Mazavith with the unsummon, and you're off off colors.
Yeah,
it was just rough.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. Not gonna lie, but that's okay.
I don't even know.
That's how the draws work sometimes. So
I didn't see enough of the deck to really sideboard against. I think so. It's probably gonna. These are maybes for. I'll keep it. I'll keep it.
Oh, let's see.
Here's my pickups for next game or sometime soon. Picked up a nice Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Yeah.
Nice.
Stang. I'm trying to make a solo Legends deck, so I'm slowly picking up all the really crappy, like not so crappy, but like generally not great Legends.
So Twitch chat likes the little combo with the ooze and the unstable. They were thinking that there was going to be Gauntlet of Chaos later on, but cool.
It could
cool
possibly
to see the
be
unstable.
In here,
Yeah. On the turn, it's good. It's really good, but offers up to 2/4. Yeah. Definitely so.
Yeah, this deck has a lot of little spice notes in it. So
yeah,
Gauntlets of Chaos is on the right vein. There's also very clever ways to getting rid of the unstable if it becomes annoying and transferring it to other creatures or doing other fun stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, let's see. If you have white in there, that means that you could return your enchantments to your hands for 1 white mana.
It's true. I did that last with my We Can Dance If You Want To deck. That was the Dance of the Many deck.
Oh yeah, Dance of the Many with remove enchantments.
So copy it, place it on stack, and then return it with 1 white mana so that I get a free copy and I don't have to pay for it.
Yeah. Seems good.
Yeah, it was fun, but unfortunately I got paired up against no creature deck. Like the, I play an Abyss and no creatures. I'm like, great, this is great.
Yeah, seems fair. So the upkeep is on the enchantment, the Dance of the Many. It's not on the
correct.
It's not on the copy. Yeah, so yeah, that's cool.
So you return the copy, and it was really cool. It's a really fun deck. With fast bound and the amount of cards I was drawing, it got to be really silly because I'd just copy an Enchantress.
Oh, jeez.
And then make copies, bounce all my enchantments back.
Yeah.
The wild growths paid for themselves, so I could just play them for free cards.
You know, for the longest time, I used to bust down Enchantress on my stream. And then a viewer paid for me to play an Enchantress deck and built an Enchantress deck and sent me Enchantresses to run in that deck. And the deck was really, really fun. I'm not saying that I'm a convert and that I'm going to, praise the Enchantress deck, but I do respect it. I do respect Verdure Enchantress a lot more now. So you can just go ahead.
The middle's fine.
Yeah, same. Two.
1, 3.
But Enchantress takes a lot of ingenuity and a lot of fun stuff. So, all right. So I'm going to try to play first again. We'll see what happens.
It's a great engine to play decks that are suboptimal. So you can throw Enchantress in there and then play a shitty deck, and your deck's still going to be okay because you draw enough cards. It's the same way with land tax Winds of Change.
Yeah.
That enables a lot of stuff that shouldn't be a good deck.
I'll keep this.
I will keep this.
All right, so I will play a Mox, a Bayou, and a Time Walk.
Whoa! All right, I'll set my hand down.
And then I will untap, and I will draw, and I'll play another Bayou and a Whirling Dervish. So there this one, if you bounce it, I'll actually be able to recast it. Yeah. And you can go.
Draw.
Twitch chat asking, I played Greenlands. Yeah, I've played Greenlands before.
Yeah. I'll bolt the Dervish.
Of course you will.
Forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, based on the last game, you wouldn't think that I did, but...
Yeah.
I'm going to play an Underground Sea, and I'm going to Demonic Tutor.
Yeah. Much better.
There you go. It's right on the bottom. I'll get a card that I'm not going to show you, and then I'll cast that card that I'm not going to show you.
Yeah.
For 1 blue mana.
Seems good.
Yeah.
3 mana, draw 3 cards. Still good.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And you can go.
Drop a land. You have an Underground Sea out, don't you?
I do. It's right here.
Alright, well. Merchant ship?
Okay.
Mana Vault? Yeah. Merchant ship, it needs to have islands to attack. I need to have islands or it's destroyed. It's a 0/2, and if it attacks and is not blocked, I gain 2 life.
Okay.
He's a bad creature. He's a very expensive bad creature.
Okay. Yep.
Go
All
ahead.
set?
Yeah.
All right. Untap. Draw.
You're like Demonic Tutor and Sussor. I'm like Merchant Ship. Yeah. Checkmate.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a 0/2.
0/2. Yeah. He blocks Whirling Dervish all day.
He does. All right. Pestilence.
Hey, he doesn't block that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Volcanic Island.
Yeah.
Swing Merchant Ship.
I will not block.
I gain 2 life.
22. So
I
much for
will
my pestilence.
Yeah, I will. This is so dumb. I'm gonna unsummon my own merchant ship.
Okay, to get rid of the pestilence seems fair.
Time walk. Yeah. Yeah. And then
All right, pestilence triggers end step and goes away.
Yeah.
Nice.
Draw a card. Play a land
Yeah.
for 4. Serendib Jajin.
Okay.
Go. He's a real bad creature too.
He is. I really love Serendib Jin. It's definitely something that's fun. So.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast a Sentinel Druid.
Yeah.
And then I'll cast
Nice.
a City in a Bottle. And I wanted I wanted to neutralize the merchant ship. So.
Oh my god, I can't play the merchant ship, and I don't think I have artifact destruction.
And you can go.
Game's over.
Yep, so that merchant ship is just going to sit in your hand.
It is. Ugh, you son of a bitch. I'm going to have to hurt myself by playing an eel.
There you go. Good thing you drew that. You gained some life from that merchant ship.
I know. That's why the merchant ship's in there. Otherwise, I couldn't afford to play eels.
Right.
And I'll do another Mana Vault. Go ahead.
And I'll get a +1/+1 counter.
Yeah.
All right.
It's all right. The eel's not afraid of you.
Draw.
Chump blocks for 3/1.
I'm going to play an Ashnod's Transmogrant.
Nice. Like it.
And then I'm going to Twister. I have not played a land yet.
All right. There goes my beautiful merchant ship,
Yep.
which costs more than the rest of the deck combined.
Yeah. But I got a bunch of those restricted cards in my graveyard that go back into my deck. So.
That's right. No, I mean, that's totally good for you.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fun game, man.
Yeah.
It's nice playing 2 non-standard decks. It's like back in the day.
Yeah.
You never know what somebody's going to bring.
Definitely. And, you know, I mean, winning is fun and all, but sometimes you just have to play with the kooky stuff.
Yeah.
You can just do whatever. You're fine.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7.
6, 7. And let's see. I will play a swamp as my land for the turn, and I will say go.
Draw for the turn. Play an island. I will lightning bolt your druid.
Okay, drew it down.
Play a mox. I'll tap the mox for an unstable mutation.
No, unstable mutation is a Raving Knight's card. You can't cast it.
Oh, that is right.
Mm-hmm.
You're correct. I will not tap the mox for an unstable mutation. I will swing and pump. I'll take 1, you'll take 3.
All right, I'm at 17. You're at 20.
I will pass.
Okay, untap. Draw. Underground Sea. Whirling Dervish.
Sure.
Time Walk.
In response, bolt the dervish.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, no red.
No red. Okay.
Yeah, you got it, man.
All right.
Good job.
So I'm going to
Going up punch me. Yeah.
crack the Transmogrant to give it a +1/+1 counter and make it an artifact. And then I will move to my next turn.
Yep.
And I will draw. Ooh, decisions. I will attack for 2.
I will take 2.
Alright, and then I will play a Sengir Vampire.
Nice.
And I will play Arena as my land for the turn.
Perfect.
I will end the turn and get a +1/+1 counter.
Yep.
And you can go.
That was your second turn?
Correct.
Okay.
3 cards in hand.
Yep. Draw. I will attack with an electric eel.
No blocks.
I will pump said eel.
So you take 1, I take 3.
Correct.
So 17 to 14.
Yep. I will pass turn.
Okay. I will untap. I will draw. I will play a Mox Emerald.
Yep.
I will attack with both of my creatures.
I will lightning bolt the dervish.
I will respond.
Yep.
No, I won't. It's fine. Dervish is dead. Okay. Take 4?
I mean, if you want, you should respond with the arena. And
No,
I
I'm not
take
going
5.
to do it now. No.
Okay.
All right. Take 4?
Yeah, you got it, man. I'll take 4.
Put you at 13. And post combat, I'll activate the arena, targeting that, and then I'm just got to target the eel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eel is dead.
So this takes 1 and gets a +1/+1 counter. And you can go.
Why didn't you do that during combat so you do 1 extra damage?
Because if you had an unsummon,
Oh, just to, in case there was one.
just in case you had an unsummon. You've already shown me an unsummon previously, so I wanted to make sure that that the damage went through.
Yep. Alright. Land. Primordial Ooze.
Sure.
It's on you.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I'll lay a land. I will attack for 5. Before blockers, I'll send them both into the arena.
Yep. I'll take 6 instead.
Okay. Put you down to 7.
Correct.
And you can go.
Nope. Drew a land. Pass. You got 1 damage on me?
Untap. Yes.
See that pestilence. You do.
Just killing you.
There it is. All right, next game.
Mm-hmm.
Good game. Yeah, the City in a Bottle really hosed me there. I had 4 dead cards after, so I picked up. I only have a total of, let me see, 8 Arabian Nights cards in the deck, and I picked up 4 in the Time Twister.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
so it was really like.
Obviously, I didn't see the Serendip Djinn or the Merchant Ship, but I saw the Unstables, so I figured that since the Unstables have that cool synergy, that I would get rid of that synergy.
Oh, absolutely! It was really good play. It's a good sideboard. Wins the game sometimes.
All right, so let's go into game number 3. Hope everybody is enjoying the games so far. Game number 1 was kind of a blowout, but game number 2 was rather interesting. My deck did some things that it was supposed to do, which is always fun. So, one of the cool things about Arena, when it comes to old school Magic, Arena is actually one of 2 cards in old school where it requires a target that the opponent chooses. So once you activate it, the opponent can't respond until the target has been chosen. So for example, if my opponent had a Mishra's Factory, if the factory was not activated already, if it wasn't already a creature, when I go to activate the arena, they can't respond by activating the factory because all targets need to be chosen in order for the ability to be activated. And I have to target one of my creatures, and the opponent has to choose one of their creatures to target. So that makes Arena rather interesting when it comes to certain things. I'll put Arena in there. It says tap target creature you control and target creature of an opponent's choice they control, and then those 2 creatures fight each other. So the other card is Preacher, because Preacher says gain control of target creature and opponent controls of their choice. And so since the target is part of activating the ability, the target has to be chosen when the ability is activated and can't be responded to. So just one of those niche little things. A weird ruling that rarely ever comes up, especially doesn't come up very often in old school Magic, but here we are.
Yep. All right.
So what's cool about the vampire, turn the vampire sideways, attack with it, fight while it's in combat, and it's already tapped and attacking, so it doesn't, tapping it while it's already tapped does nothing. So.
Yeah, same thing, man. Middle's fine, whatever.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Same.
Yep. I'll go
Alrighty.
first.
Good luck.
Or you too, man. Alright. I'll keep this.
I'll keep as well.
Okay. Alright, then I'm going to go first. Sapphire, Island.
Eel?
Ancestral.
Okay.
I'm a bad Magic player, but yes. Eel. Made a slight mistake there, but I'm good.
It's all good.
I will pass turn.
Alright. I will draw. I will play a Sapphire and a Bayou and a Time Walk.
Ooh, yep.
And then I will untap. And I will draw. And I will play a Trop, a Soul Ring, and a Fungusaur.
That is great. Good turns, man.
And you can go.
Yep. I'll draw. I'll play a Volcanic Island.
Yep. Kill my Fungusaur.
I will not, actually. Unfortunately, I will play a shitty Primordial Ooze.
Okay.
And I will be forced to pass.
Alright. Untap. Draw.
Oh, I am forced. I am
Gonna Ancestral myself.
Yeah, that's good too, man.
1.
Nice. I'm gonna
2,
need some more wine for this game.
3. I will play an Underground Sea. And then...
You think I'd learned my lesson? I spilled a glass of red wine on a deck with some power in it the other day, but it was double sleeves, so I was okay.
Yeah. I'll attack with the Fungusaur.
I will take my 2 damage and like it.
Alright. Put you at 17.
That is correct.
And then I will throw down this Sengir Vampire.
Holy shit.
And you can go.
I will put a counter on my Primordial Ooze and take 1 damage from it, because I'm not paying for that shit. To get eaten by
Put you down to 16.
Yep. I will draw a card. I will play a land.
Okay.
And then I will juxtapose to give you my Primordial Ooze, take your Singular Vampire, give you a Mox, and take your Soul Ring.
Okay, so I've got 2 Moxen. And then I've got your Primordial Ooze. I'm going to use a Monza's Goblin Raiders to represent the Primordial Ooze. Okay?
No problem. I'm going to use a backward sleeve for the Soul Ring, which is tapped. Yes, which is tapped. And I will grab a Singular Vampire because... Actually, I have fucking Soul Rings. What am I doing? Okay. I'll grab a real Soul Ring and I'll grab a real Singular Vampire.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Alright, untap. So it's
Soul Ring.
1... It gets a counter, and then it's 1 mana for each counter, correct?
Correct. Yep, or you take damage equal to the number... Or equal to its power.
Equal to its power?
Yes, I believe. Let me grab a...
So at the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on Primordial Ooze, and you may pay X, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on it. If you don't, tap it, and it deals X damage to you. Alright, so it's equal to the counters that the damage is. Okay. So...
That makes sense. Yeah, I guess I could have read my own card, but I was too busy standing up getting a Singular.
So I guess I will... I'll pay 2 with the 2 Moxen.
Sure.
And then I will draw. And I will play an Underground Sea. And then I will play a Pestilence.
Sure.
And you can go.
You have to declare an attack with the Ooze.
Oh, I have to attack with Ooze? Oh,
Every
okay.
turn the Ooze has to attack. Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate with that Singular Vampire over there.
And I'm going to block it with the Singular.
Yeah. Yeah, no, if I would have done that, I wouldn't have played the Pestilence. Okay. No, that's fine.
If you want to revert, that's fine. Because it's a confusing card. I don't mind.
No, that's fine. It's all good. Okay. You can put your Juxtapose in the graveyard, though.
I can, yeah. I don't know why it's still sitting there.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see that it had to attack every turn.
Yeah, I believe it's must attack each turn if possible. Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's the first thing before the counters.
No, that's fine. It's all good. Okay, go ahead.
Untap, upkeep. Nothing I have to do. Draw. Maze of Ith.
Okay.
Primordial Ooze.
Okay.
Swing 5 in the air.
I will take it. I'm at 15.
I will pass turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Underground Sea. Triskelion.
Nice.
You're tapped out of red, right?
You're
Okay.
correct.
So I'm going to activate the Pestilence for 1, dealing 1 damage to each of us and 1 damage to each creature. Fungusaur gets a counter.
Yep.
And I'll attack for 3.
I'll Maze of Ith him.
Sure. And you can go.
Attack for 5.
Take it. I'm at 9. 9 to 15.
Alright. I will pass turn.
Okay. Untap. Cards in hand?
I have 4 cards in hand.
Okay. I will draw. I'm going to do 3 damage to your Sengir Vampire.
Alright, you do 3 damage to my vampire.
I'm going to activate the Pestilence for 1.
Okay.
Counter on the Fungusaur, and the Trike goes away. We both take 1. I will activate the Pestilence 1 more time.
Alright. Sengir Vampire is dead.
Alright, so 7 to 13. And I will play the city in a while.
Yep, that results.
I will attack with the Fungusaur.
Maze of Ith.
Yep, go ahead.
Draw. I pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Attack with the Fungusaur.
Maze of Ith.
Okay, go ahead.
Ooze.
Sure.
Juxtapose.
Let me read Juxtapose real quick, okay?
Sure.
If I can spell it correctly, I can read it. Okay,
Yeah,
you and target
J-U-X.
player exchange control of the creature you control with the highest mana value, then the artifacts with the highest mana value. So it targets me. So I'm going to respond, and I'm going to activate Pestilence for 1.
Okay.
All right, so this goes up, and then your ooze dies. So
Yep.
the creature exchange cannot happen. And then you get my city, and I'll get back my tapped Soul Ring.
That is correct.
Okay, and then life totals change, so I'm at 6 and you're at 12.
You're at 6. I'm at 12. Okay. All right. Good play.
And you all set after that?
Yeah.
Okay. Untap.
Miss all the shots you don't take.
Right. Draw. Demonic Tutor.
Yeah.
You're tapped out?
Except a Maze of Ith, correct.
Okay. Activate the pestilence once. Activate it again.
Okay, you're at 4.
Yeah.
I'm at 9.
And then activate it again.
No, wait, I'm at 10. Right, I was at 12, so.
All
And
right,
then you
so I'm at
activated it again.
3 and you're at 9.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. And this should have 3 more counters on it, so this should be 9 power. So the ice storm that I tutored for should win me the game.
That is. Good job, man.
Hoot. Whoo!
Yep. It was the pestilence instead of swapping the...
Yeah. I mean that's why I had to read the card. You know, I just needed to make sure.
That's great.
Needed to make sure, you know, that it didn't. It's like I was fairly certain that it didn't target the creatures or the enchantments because of the fact that it considered converted mana cost. So, whoa.
I was hoping for a dang blood moon, considering I don't think you're playing any basics.
I do have 5 basics.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen one a whole game. Like, it's been funny. But
yeah, I had a forest on the table.
Oh, 1 forest. Yep.
I have 2 forests, 2 swamps, and 1 island as my basics. So, yeah, because I have more black spells and green spells than I have blue spells. Plus, my blue spells only require single blue to cast, whereas my black and my green spells I do have the double green. And those, so boarded in the 1 copy of Ice Storm, the 2 copies of City in a Bottle, and 3 blue elemental blasts. I did not see the blue blasts, but seeing City in a Bottle was okay. Those 2 games that I won, so I'm definitely okay with that.
I didn't see any of my sideboard now that I'm thinking about it. There's 1 more blast in here somewhere.
Yeah, I was worried about an unsummon, so.
Yeah, I had the unsummons in here. It's just, you know, it was an interesting playing around the City in a Bottle. So it was a lot less creature focused, and it was hoping to be more about more of a control. If I could have landed a Blood Moon and then stopped some Ancestrals, like
right.
the power going off, and then there's nothing. There's no solution to enchantments with blue and red though, so there's not much
you have your Chaos Orb and that's it. So it's just nothing you can really do at that point.
I was hoping for a Dance of the Many so that I could copy your Trisk and shoot you for the 3 that I needed.
That would have been awesome, and I would have been okay dying that way because that just would have been totally sweet. So,
but the tutoring for the Ice Storm was fantastic, and you know it was a great play.
I mean, I put the Ice Storm in there. It was okay. Game 2, I sideboarded out 1 of my copies of because I have 2 copies of Unstable Mutation in my deck, but then I ended up drawing 1 game number 2. With the city on the table. It's like, oh well, this is a non-bow, so I should have. So I boarded out the second unstable for the Ice Storm for game number 3, just in case some shenanigans happened. And thankfully, it was in the deck, and I drew that tutor so that I could do what needed to be done. Because that Maze of Ith is huge. Maze of Ith is really really good in this format because it's creature based. You know, I mean, it's not like all of the decks are creature based, but you know, the format just gears itself towards creature heavy decks. So it is definitely
without Strip Mine. It enables Maze of Ith to be amazingly good. Like Strip Mine is the check and balance, and like I still think this format should probably allow 1 Strip Mine, but
I've had that discussion more than once. So it's not that it's fallen on deaf ears. It's just that you know we'll have to we'll have to see if we can try to have that argument a few more times, and possibly, maybe not necessarily have strip mine for, as as a restricted card, but maybe have it in some events or whatnot. So old school moves slowly because we're old. Yes, yeah, the changes definitely do move slowly because we are old. So. But I'm not saying that strip mine needs to be in the format. I just think that it would be nice to be able to play some of the games with strip mine to see. So.
I'd like to see strip mine restricted and tabernacle unrestricted. I don't think that tabernacle is oppressive as people think it is.
No, definitely not. I mean, I play tabernacle in my living playing deck. That's where tabernacle gets really, really good, because if you can have living plane plus tabernacle more consistently, then you can end up basically doing the one-sided Armageddons to your opponent.
And that's a deck archetype that should exist. It's not an overpowered archetype, because you're never gonna that's not gonna steamroll the deck or ATOG or anyone that's tempo based. It's a fun deck, and you should be able to play it. And that's I played that Psychic Venom deck against you a few weeks ago, and 2 Tabernacles in that deck is a sweet spot. I wouldn't pay more than 2.
Right.
But having only 1 really felt bad.
Yeah. And when I played the Living Plane deck, the only reason I splashed the black was so that I could use Demonic Tutor, so if I wanted to get another Tabernacle, or if I wanted to get the Caracas if I already had the Tabernacle, so that the Tabernacle would be a legendary creature that the Caracas could bounce back. Again, just one of those cool interactions when it comes to old school Magic that you don't see very often, but it definitely does happen from time to time.
Yeah, definitely great. I mean, talk about cool interactions. I mean, that was a great Pestilence.
Yeah.
With Juxtaposed.
Yeah.
I don't think that's happened for 20 years at this point.
Definitely not. Well, thank you for the games, man. I definitely appreciate it. All right. Good luck in the next couple of rounds. Your deck seems like it's really, really fun, so I'm sure that you're going to have some fun playing.
Great. You too, man.
Take care.
I hope you win. See you.
Bye. We got there, chat. We got there. So that was definitely interesting, and the fact that we were able to pull off a win seems like it was definitely fun. Now, obviously, I wasn't playing against one of the top tier decks, but I did. I got my face smash in game number 1. So the fact that I was able to pull off game number 2 was and number 3 come up with a win was pretty nice. So again, let's take a look at what we are running today. All right, so Dice Factory. All of my creatures need dice. So in one way, shape, or form, whether they get them naturally or if they get them through other means. And then Ashnod's Transmogrant will put +1/+1 counters on non-artifact creatures and make them an artifact. And then Unstable Mutation is in there for the same interaction that my opponent used. So Unstable Mutation puts a -1/-1 counter on the creature during my upkeep. But if it had a +1/+1 counter on it, then that means that those counters negate, and that is due to state-based actions, rule number 704.5Q. So that would mean that we could have some fun and some shenanigans and keep our creatures pretty decent shape. Pestilence worked out fairly well in that game, that last game, and Arena worked out okay in game number 2. So definitely having some fun. Let's take a look at the cards that we have in our sideboard today. 3 copies of Blue Elemental Blast, 2 Tranquilities, 2 Glooms, 2 Cities in a Bottle, 2 Ice Storms, 2 Crumbles, and 2 Sleights of Mind. So Tranquilities destroy all enchantments. City in a Bottle gets rid of all Arabian Nights cards. Crumbles deals with artifacts. Gloom against white cards. Ice Storms against lands that give me problems, like that Maze of Ith for the win there. And then Sleight of Mind is a nice catch-all against things like Terror or against Knights or something along those lines. I don't want a Knight with protection from black to not be able to be dealt with my Pestilence, especially since I really don't have any removal other than the Pestilence in the Triskelions. And I mean, the arena could be considered removal, and obviously the Chaos Orb is removal. But yeah, so that's what we got going on there. So definitely having some fun tonight. Got that nice little spicy brew that we're going on, and so with that, don't touch that dial. I've got 2 more rounds left of Old School Magic. And this round is ending pretty soon. So I just need to go get a drink because I did not bring any drinks in here with me tonight. And I will be back. So again, don't touch that dial, and there'll be more Old School Magic coming right up. Okay, everybody, I'm back, but just for a brief moment, this is the newest addition to our family. This is Snickers. Say hi, Snickers. Snickers was an abandoned kitty that my wife found at work. So I definitely said that I wanted to make sure that Snickers appeared on the stream. He is really, really happy right now. He is full of energy. He is purring, and he's definitely a good kitty. So this is Snickers. I'm gonna go back on break, and I'll be back, and we'll be playing some more Old School Magic. But I definitely wanted to make sure, excuse me, that wow, that I took the time to show off the kitty. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. Got a frog in my throat, and I brought the kitty in. So appreciate everybody who is here, and I do have a special announcement. So I just wanted to make sure that we have time to make this special announcement. So, if you did not follow me if you're not part of my Discord, then you may not know this. I did announce it on my Discord earlier today. I was invited to LobsterCon, which is an annual Old School Magic tournament held in the Boston area. Last year it wasn't held because of COVID, so we had LobsterCon, which was held online. But LobsterCon this year is invite only, and I'm definitely pleased and humbled to be invited to it. So it is an Old School Magic event that's going to happen in September, held by the New England Old School crew. It'll be happening in Boston, and that is on September 18th. So I am definitely looking forward to that. And we'll be playing Atlantic Old School Magic. So yeah, I'm thrilled and humbled to have been asked to play. I have my hotel accommodations already set and ready to go, and I just need to work on a deck. I do think that I know what I'm going to be running. Atlantic Old School only uses one strip mine, which is definitely important when it comes to considering what deck that somebody is going to run. So I have figured it out, and I think I figured it out. I do have, I do still have about 2 months to go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm pretty excited and humbled by the fact that they felt that my impact on the community was great enough to invite me to something that I could actually attend. So that is pretty cool. It is nice news for me as well. This is my regularly scheduled stream, so if you haven't already done so, please make sure you follow. You can join me each and every week. On Tuesday nights, we play 3 rounds of Old School Magic with the Northern Paladins as part of the Tuesday Night Gauntlet. We've just played 1 round, and we've got 2 more rounds to go. So if you want some more information regarding the Northern Paladins, please head on over to northernpaladins.com, and you can get some more information regarding the Paladin Magic that we play on Tuesday nights, the Tuesday Night Gauntlet, and the Alpha 40 League. General gist, you take all those restricted cards, and we get rid of Mind Twist, Library of Alexandria, and Strip Mine. And then there's some further restrictions. Mishra's Factory, Mishra's Workshop, the Tabernacle at Pendrevale, and Maze of Ith are restricted in Paladin Magic as well. So definitely an interesting format. We've been playing here on stream for 15 months now. Definitely something that you should check out. If you have felt like you want to dip your toes into Old School Magic, one thing that is pretty daunting is the cost. Well, you don't have to worry about that when it comes to Paladin Magic, because Paladin Magic is proxy friendly. So you don't need to own Moxen. You don't need to own dual lands. Just have some good proxies. I mean, you saw my opponent was using photocopies of cards to act as proxies. I have some proxies as well. Some are better than others, and so it's really, really cool that you can do that. And you shouldn't have to break the bank in order to play Old School Magic. You shouldn't have to break the bank in order to play Magic in general, because Magic is a game. It's for fun, and it is a leisurely activity. Now, obviously, you can't go to big events and use proxies and whatnot, but we definitely want to make sure that people are having fun, and that's part of Old School Magic and the Northern Paladin Tuesday Night Gauntlet. So definitely looking forward to having some more people, and I do appreciate that viewers of mine have taken the time to jump into Old School and play Paladin Magic on Tuesday nights, because it has definitely been a lot of fun there. So another thing that I've been streaming is Final Fantasy Randomizer. So what Final Fantasy Randomizer is, you take the original Final Fantasy game for the original NES, and they sped up the game, they shuffle around where all of the key items are. Now, there's more to it than that, but I've been playing that quite a bit over the last couple of months, and I am in what's called their Duckling program. And what the Duckling program is that they take the new players and they try to get them better at the game. Now, the combination of the Duckling program is 4 weeks of races of the newer players called the Duckling Derby. We just completed our 2nd week. That was this past Sunday. The first week, I did great up until the very end, and then I petered out. I ended up in 19th place at the end of the first week. I was in, in the top 3 or 5 going into the final dungeon, and then I died repeatedly and ended up in 19th place. Last week, a couple of days ago, I ended up in 8th place in that race, which brought my overall score up to 13th place, I believe. And my goal is to make top 10. So if you would join me, please, on the next 2 Sundays, definitely would appreciate it. 9 p.m. Eastern, the 25th, and on August 1st. And I will be racing more Final Fantasy Randomizer. So we got our pairings for the next round. So let's go ahead and we will welcome James to the stream. So, hey man, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Oh, not bad at all. So I am playing a pretty spicy deck, and I was able to win round number 1. So I'm definitely happy about that.
Great.
Mm-hmm. So let's get your name up here on the screen. There we go. Yeah, I saw there was a repair. My first round opponent did not want to appear on stream, which is fine.
And then he got paired again with you, so I'm pinch hitting.
Oh, really? You got paired again with me?
I'm the sacrificial lamb.
Ah, I gotcha. Oh, I didn't see that part.
So if we're gonna sacrifice somebody, it's gonna be me.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Rich Burke.
all right. Well, I mean, if I win and he wins, and we're both the only people who are 2-0, he's gonna have to play on the stream. So.
Oh yeah, yeah he is.
Yeah. So.
I think he won his first match. So.
Yeah. So. No, that's fine. No, it's not a big deal. I mean, I get it that some people don't want to play on the stream. That's fine. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen from time to time. So. But you missed it in between rounds. I did bring the kitten onto the stream and showed him off. His name is Snickers.
Bummer.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask how the kitty was doing.
Doing well. First vet appointment is this Friday, but it doesn't appear that there's any issues. Like, he uses the litter box, which is great.
Wow.
He gets along with our other cats, which is great. I mean, obviously he's a kitten, so he doesn't know not to jump up on the table or scratch at certain things or whatever. But he's doing all right. He sleeps with us at night. In the bed, which is kind of cool. We did give him a flea bath, but we didn't have any issues. There were no fleas, there were no mites, no ticks, or anything like that. We did a pretty good once over to make sure that he was okay before we integrated him with our other cats.
Yeah.
And there's been no issues with the integration either. So we have one cat who is a little over a year old, who is a Hellraiser, and now he's getting a taste of his own medicine with this other kitten. So you can go ahead and throw number 2 on top.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, same for you.
Okay. So you want to choose even or odd?
Even, please.
Even. Okay. Here we go. It is odd. It is a 3. So I will play first. Good luck, sir.
Yep. Good luck.
So you were saying that you are on a vacation, and well deserved, huh?
Yeah, I'm officially on vacation.
Nice. I'll keep this hand.
Yeah, I'll keep 2.
Okay. I will go with a tropical island, a mock sapphire into a sentinel druid.
Okay.
And I will pass.
Draw. I'll go an underground sea.
Yep.
To a soul ring.
Soul ring, I get a counter.
Chaos orb.
I get another counter.
Pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw.
What is that terrible card that I'm looking at here?
Sentinel Druid. It's a 1/1 for 2. Whenever an opponent casts an artifact, it gets a +1/+1 counter.
Very nice. Okay.
And then I will go with a City of Brass, and I will attack for 3.
Okay, I'll go to 17.
Seems good. And you can go.
Untap.
I have a feeling my druid is not going to be long for this world. Alright, I've got another counter.
Beast.
That's a beast.
Pass turn.
Okay, untap. Draw. I'm going to play an arena.
Okay.
I'm going to attack for 4. Before blockers, I'm going to take a point from my city to make our 2 creatures fight.
And it's a 4/4,
4/4.
right?
Yep, because you played the Mox.
Right. Okay, and my 2/4 dies to your 4/4.
Yep, and then you take 4 damage.
Yep.
Puts you at 13. 13 to 19.
Yep.
And you can go.
Oh, why is I gotta try this? All right, we're gonna play a lame time walk.
Okay.
My problem with this hand was I didn't have a lot of mana in it. Not as much as I needed. I'm gonna proceed to the time walk turn.
Sure.
Draw a card. Okay. And I will pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I will play a Tropical Island, and I will play a Mox Emerald. I will attack for 4.
I'm at 9.
And I will say go.
All right. Top deck the land. Oh God. I don't want to do that. Well, I guess I have to activate the orb and target your strange creature.
Yeah, my Sentinel Druid. Jeff Menges would be happy.
Let's give it a go.
Funk. If we were playing for real, I would have had to ask you to take off the hard cases because you would have dented my card.
Yeah, I would not want to do. Yeah, I would not dent your cards. All right, I will lamely pass the turn at that point.
Okay. I will draw. And I will play a desert. And I will say go.
Draw. Workshop.
Okay.
1 and 1. I will cast the Jam Day Tome.
Seems good.
And I will pass the turn.
Okay. Draw. Go ahead.
All right, end step. I'm gonna book myself.
Okay.
Card. Untap. Draw. City of Brass.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to pick mana here. I'll cast another Guardian Beast.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
I will draw. Bayou. I will take a point down to 18 and I will cast a Pestilence.
I will take a point and I will counterspell it.
Okay. And you can go.
Alright. Untap. Draw. I will swing for 2 with the beast.
I'll take it. 16.
I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Cards in hand?
4.
Okay. Draw. I will take a point for a Sengir Vampire. I'm at 15.
I'll counterspell that.
Sure. Go ahead.
Alright, no. Okay. Untap. Draw. I will swing for another 2 with the beast.
Whoops. 13.
And I will pass the turn 4 in hand.
Okay. Untap. Draw. City Brass. I will take a point. I'm at 12. Pestilence.
I'll take a point and go to 7, and I will power sync the pestilence for 5.
All right, I'll take a point from the other city.
Okay.
And you can go. So I'm at 11.
Yep. All right. Draw. I'm going to attempt to cast Recall, where X equals 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to pitch a Transmute Artifact, and I'm going to grab my Chaos Orb.
Okay.
And Recall is removed from the game. I'm going to... cast the Chaos Orb?
Take. Okay, not tapping the city. Okay.
No, I'm not tapping this.
Yep.
And I'm gonna swing for 2 with the beast.
Okay. Whoops. I'm at 9.
And I'll pass a turn, 2 in hand.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Underground Sea. Triskelion.
It's good.
I'm gonna take 2 and throw the beast and the Triskelion into the arena. So I'm at 7,
Okay.
and so are you.
Okay. The beast dies.
Okay. And you can go.
Okay. Untap. Draw. City of Brass. I'm going to book myself.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn. 3 in hand.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I'll attack with the Triskelion.
I'll go to... Ooh. It's game if I don't kill it with the orb. Right?
Correct.
I'll activate the orb.
I will respond by shooting you for 3.
Alright, I go to 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use the book. Hit.
Okay. Then I'm gonna cast a Fungusaur.
Oh lordy. I will take 2 points, go to 2, and I'll counterspell it.
Okay. And you can go.
Alright. Huh. Draw. Lotus.
Yep.
Do you hear my daughter sitting next to me?
No.
You are dying. That's what she just said.
How many counterspells are in your graveyard?
1, 2, 3.
3
Three and a
counterspells
power.
and a power sync. Okay.
And a power sync. I'm going to crack the Lotus for green.
Yeah.
I'm going to use 2 of the green to cast a regrowth.
Targeting.
I'm going to target the Chaos Orb.
Okay.
I'm going to cast the Chaos Orb.
You still have a green floating.
And I am going to Book myself.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn 2 in hand.
All right. So no mana left.
No mana left.
Okay. Draw. Whirling Dervish.
That's sick. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Whirling Dervish. Untap. Draw. Play of Plains. Guardian Beast.
Okay.
I'm going to activate the beast. Or
You
activate,
activate the orb.
Yeah, I'm going to activate the orb targeting your Whirling Dervish.
Okay.
Gotta start somewhere.
Okay. So your orb is tapped. All right.
And I will pass the turn. 1 card in hand.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Soul Ring. Go ahead.
Untap. 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 Draw. Cards in hand?
1.
I'm going to cast Balance. So I have 1 card in hand, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands only.
6.
Oh,
I
wait.
will get rid of my 2 Cities of Brass. And you get rid of your Guardian Beast.
Yeah, that's game. I wasn't even thinking.
Okay.
Sorry, I have the Bob Costas of Magic card games sitting next to me. All right, let's sideboard.
Dad? Look, Daddy.
That's the
All
sideboard.
kinds of weird stuff going on. So let's see what we can do.
Yeah?
Think those will do. And those might do. Do I want to do a cheeky play? Maybe, just maybe. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alrighty, so we'll go 1, 2. Where are we? Where are we? There we go. I think that's what we want to do. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Appreciate everybody who is here. We are in round number 2 of 3. And I am up 1 game to nothing. My opponent is James. He's playing a control-ish deck. Counter spells. He's got Chaos Orb with Guardian Beast, which is definitely a fun combo. But we'll see. 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 We'll see see what we can do in game number 2. Hope you're all having a great night. I hope you are enjoying the matches tonight. Appreciate you all showing up tonight, showing your support. If you haven't already done so, please make sure you follow. If you have Amazon Prime, link your Amazon account to your Twitch account. That gives you Twitch Prime, and then you can use one subscription every single month to any channel of your choice. If you would give it to me, send it my way. I would definitely appreciate that. If you would, it helps me, it helps the stream. We're having some fun. So you can put 2 on top.
Okay.
Same?
Same for you. Yeah, whatever you like, Rich.
And I assume you're playing first.
Yeah.
Best of luck, sir.
Yep, good luck to you too. I will keep.
I will keep as well.
Alright. So go Island, Mox, and do a Felwar Stone and pass the turn.
Okay. I will draw. I will go Bayou. I will crumble your Felwar Stone.
Okay.
Put you up to 22.
Yep.
And I will play Mox Sapphire. And you can go.
Okay. I'll just get my other counters up. Alright, untap. Draw. I will play Factory.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
Okay.
One
Untap.
hand.
Draw. Tropical Island. Go ahead.
End step, I'm going to Ancestral myself.
Sure.
1, 2, 3. Alright, proceed to my turn. Tap.
Burt Reynolds, thank you very much for joining. I am playing a pretty casual deck, but I'm not doing too badly. For those who are not aware, Burt Reynolds also plays Final Fantasy Randomizer, and you can go ahead and see a little bit of his stream going on right there. And then there's a link to his stream in chat. Yes, Burt Reynolds did miss Snickers, my new kitty, so that's the thing. Okay, Felwar Stone.
Yep, Felwar Stone, and I will pass the turn.
Okay. Draw. Swamp. Soul Ring.
Okay.
Fungasaur.
I will power sync that for 2.
Okay. And you can go.
Untap. Draw. I am going to activate the factory.
Okay.
I'm going to play Copy Artifact on it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to swing with it for 2.
18 to 22.
And I will pass the turn 4 in hand.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Tropical Islands. Sing your vampire.
Okay.
Time Walk.
Yeah.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 4.
I will take it. 18.
Time Twister.
Okay. Time walk into a time twister.
Yeah, seemed okay.
Yeah. To quote the doctor, it's timey-wimey.
Yeah.
Give me a good 7, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Let's see. Whirling Dervish.
Okay.
And you can go 6 cards.
Untap.
Q 1975's Time Warp Rocky Horror. Yeah, definitely so.
Cards in hand?
6.
Okay. We go Mox, Lotus, I will crack for 3 white,
Okay.
float another one, and I'm going to play a Fellwar Stone and Balance.
How many cards?
3.
3 cards.
Yep.
Okay, so I will keep 1, 2, 3. I will get rid of my 2 creatures. You have
Okay.
4 lands, right? 2 Mishras and 2 others?
Yes.
Okay, and I will get rid of a Sanger Vampire, a Triskelion, and a Tetravis.
Okay. I'm going to drop a C.
Yep.
For turn. I'm going to activate both factories and swing for 4.
Okay. I'm at 14.
And I will pass the turn 2 in hand.
Alright, untap. Draw. Four, 5, 6. Tetravis.
Alright, and I'm going to Ancestral myself.
Okay.
2, 3. Okay.
Resolve.
Yep.
Okay. And you can go.
Untap. Draw. I'm going to disenchant the Tetravis.
Okay.
My own trike.
Okay.
Pass the turn, 3 in hand.
Alright, untap. Draw. Singer.
There she blows.
And you can go.
Alright. Untap. Draw. Trike number 2.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna shoot the singer to death. So I'm gonna take all the counters off this one and one off this one, so I have 2 left.
Okay.
And I will activate both factories and swing for 4.
I'm at 10.
And pass a turn.
All right. On tap. Draw. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Oh. Play an Underground Sea. Did you see that little hand in there?
Yeah, I did.
An Underground Sea. You have. I will play 2 blue. Oh, no, not yet. I am going to activate 2 factories. And I'm going to swing in for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm at 2.
And I'm going to shoot you for 2.
Yep. Bam. Perhaps I got a little overzealous with the cards that I kept. I don't know.
What was wrong? Oh, what was wrong? I thought you're.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I kept a couple of creatures,
Right.
but you were able to deal with them right away after that balance. So it was unfortunate for me.
Right.
I also kept another card that you haven't seen, so
Uh-oh.
we'll see what happens in game number 3.
I'm just double checking to see what I want to sideboard. Anything else? All right. I'm good.
I will do this.
This is for all the marbles.
It is.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Sorry about the stupid balance in the first game. I get a little distracted, as you might imagine, around here.
No, that's fine.
Yes, she gives me the. I've got the one that's doing the distracting is giving me the cheesiest grin right now.
Maybe I should have brought the cat on the stream to distract you even further.
So this one sitting next to me, she plays Armageddon.
Yeah.
And without much training, she was able to time her Armageddons properly.
Yeah.
She wants Armageddon with just the Savannah Lions on the board, just to that slow burning death.
Yeah.
The Lions.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that was it. Yeah.
Jupiter, welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. Yeah, James is using top loaders. James has rather large hands and has 0 problem shuffling those top loaders. So I would not be able to do it. I have a hard enough time shuffling my deck that is double sleeved. So
You know what they say about the size of a man's top loaders.
right. Yeah, just number 2 on top is fine.
Okay.
Same.
Yep.
Okay.
Number 2.
And I will play first. Good luck, sir.
Yep. Good luck. I'm just happy that we got to play more than one game this time.
Yeah, definitely.
Last time it was pretty ridiculous.
I'll keep.
Yep, I will keep 2.
Forest, go.
Draw. And we'll go Tundra, Emerald, Fowar Stone. Pass the turn.
Okay. I will draw. I will play a Swamp and a Sentinel Druid after you've already played 2 artifacts. Go ahead.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I will play a Lanes.
Mm-hmm.
And I will pass turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. City of Brass. Attack for 1.
I will take it. And I will like it.
Yep.
Let me refresh. My
And
life.
then I'm going to take a point for a Gloom.
Gloom. White spells cost an additional 3 to cast.
Correct.
I am going to power sync that for 1.
Okay. And you can go.
Alright. Untap. Draw. Lotus.
Counter.
Yep. I will. This is the wrong order. I'll swords the countered creature.
Okay. I'll gain 2.
You're at 21.
Yippers. How many cards do you have left?
3.
Okay.
And I will play Workshop.
Yeah.
3 and 1 for a Jam Day Tone.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn. 1 card in hand.
1 card. Okay. Untap. Draw. Workshop.
Nice.
Tap for 3. Cast a Chaos Orb. I got 1 colorless left.
I will counterspell that.
Okay.
Okay.
And you have no cards?
None.
I will take a point down to 20 to cast a Whirling Dervish.
Okay.
And then I'll burn for the other shop mana down to 19.
Okay.
And you can go.
Draw. Cards in hand?
2.
Alright, I'll balance.
Nice
I got
draw. I have 4 lands. How many lands do you have?
3. 1, 2, 3.
I'll get rid of the swamp.
Okay.
And then I'll discard the Fungusaur and the Crumble and get rid of the Whirling Dervish.
Alrighty. And
All
I
set?
will pass. Yeah, I'll pass. No cards in hand.
Untap. Draw. Trop. Go.
Draw. Mirror Universe.
Okay.
Pass turn.
Draw. I'll take a point for a Gloom.
Okay.
I'm at 18. Go ahead.
Draw. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Pass turn.
Alright, end step, I'm gonna book myself.
Okay.
Draw a card. Untap. Draw. Island. And I will pass the turn.
Draw. Swamp. Go ahead.
End step. I'm gonna book myself.
Yep.
Untap. Draw.
Yeah, this is probably over, but
Underground Sea.
yeah.
Yeah, I got the cards. I think I have the cards I need right now. So you're at,
I'm at 18.
yep. 2 to cast Transmute Artifact.
Okay.
I'm gonna sack the Mirror Universe.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab me the Trike.
Seems good.
And okay, 2 to cast copy artifact.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
That's 2 trikes.
Yep.
2, as the count says, 2 trikes. And I will pass the turn. 2
Cards in hand?
2.
Okay. Draw. Alright, it's yours.
You got nothing?
I got more lands.
There's
Yeah,
another copy artifact, disenchant, time walk,
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Wow.
and I had a mana drain and a tundra in my hand.
I still had all these. Yeah, that was brutal, not gonna lie. So game 1 was the fluke.
I don't know about that. You were playing mighty good. You were throwing lots of stuff at me.
Yeah.
Well, at least we got to play a full match this time.
Yeah, definitely so. And like my deck did well against you. I mean it didn't do well. It did okay against you. So the fact that I was able to steal a game from you wasn't bad. I was like, my deck is the farthest thing from tier 1. So being able to steal a game from you was decent. So. Yeah, I drew lots of lands obviously in that game, and it was just inevitable at that point. I mean, I only had a couple more turns to live anyway, so it didn't matter. But
Okay.
all right, well, thank you for the games as always, sir.
Thank you. It was a pleasure, Rich.
Yep, and good luck next round. Okay.
Thanks. You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, we didn't get their chat, but that's okay. So let's take a look at what we are playing today. This is my Dice Factory deck, and having some fun doing it. So pretty much all the creatures, all 20 of the creatures have some kind of ability that has something to do with +1/+1 counters. So that's hence the reason the name Dice Factory, so that we can, because we're going to be using a lot of dice when it comes to the cards that we have on the battlefield. And then we just go ahead and add counters, or they already have counters, or whatnot. So Fungusaur gets bigger when it takes damage. Whirling Dervish gets bigger when it hits the opponent. Sentinel Druid gets bigger when the opponent casts artifacts. Triskelion comes into play with 3 +1/+1 counters, as does Tetravus. And then Sengir Vampire gets +1/+1 counters when a creature that it dealt damage dies this turn. So hence the reason that the arenas are in there for the Sengir Vampires specifically, because the Sengir Vampire can attack, and then before blockers, send it into the arena, eat one of their creatures, get a little bit bigger, and deal some more damage. That's the general gist. Ashnod's Transmogrant gives a +1/+1 counter to a non-artifact creature, so I can. It's there. It gets me around a card like the Abyss, and it also beefs up some of my creatures. And then we've got Unstable Mutation. So the beginning of each upkeep, Unstable Mutation gives a -1/-1 counter to the creature it enchants. But it's always giving a +3/+3. So with the +1/+1 counters and the -1/-1 counters from the Unstable Mutation, they actually cancel out by Rule 704.5Q. So being that is the case, that means that I can keep the pump from the Unstable Mutation almost indefinitely, as long as I can find ways to get more +1/+1 counters. Pestilence is there to wipe stuff out. It also deals damage to the Fungusaur. And if Pestilence and Whirling Dervish are on the table, the Dervish stays around because it has protection from black. Arena, again, to throw creatures into the arena so that they fight. Whole bunch of restricted cards and 20 more lands. And out of the sideboard, we have 3 Blue Elemental Blasts, 2 Tranquilities, 2 Cities in a Bottle, 2 Crumbles, 2 Sleights of Mind, 2 Ice Storms, and 2 Glooms. So against him, I did board in 2 Glooms, 1 City in a Bottle, 1 Ice Storm, and 2 Crumbles. The Ice Storm was just kind of like a cheeky play. I didn't want the combo to come off with his Chaos Orb plus his Guardian Beast, and since Guardian Beast is an Arabian Nights card, the City in a Bottle would have been able to handle that. But that combo didn't come up. I don't know if he sideboarded it out, and I did not see any like Cities of Brass or anything like that. So the City in a Bottle did not do much. The Crumble did a little bit out of the sideboard, but not a whole heck of a lot. I did not draw the Ice Storm. It was just kind of a cheeky thing to do. So yeah. Again, back to our main deck. So I do appreciate everybody who is here tonight. We do still have one more round of Old School Magic. We play 3 rounds of Old School Magic every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on the channel. So please don't forget to follow and turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. And then this Sunday, follow me again, Sunday at 9 p.m. as I race in race number 3 of the Final Fantasy Randomizer Duckling Derby, Sunday night at 9 p.m. It has been fun so far, and we are having a blast playing the game. So I'm going to take a bit of a break, so please don't touch that dial. I'll be back with one more round of Old School Magic, so please stick around. Welcome back, everybody. I appreciate you sticking around through the break. Introx, thank you very much for the resub. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. For those who are not aware, Introx normally streams as well. He just was not able to stream tonight. So if you would please make sure that you give him a follow. His link is in the chat right now. And then there's a clip from his stream showing up right down here. Introx streams old school Magic. Sometimes he plays some Pauper and Arena as well. So head on over there. Make sure you give him a follow as well. And then on Tuesday nights, normally he'll be streaming, and you can use multi-Twitch. That's multitwitch.tv, and you can watch both of us at the same time on the same screen. What you can do is multitwitch.tv/Entrox/RichBork. And you can have both of us on your screen at the same time watching us. And, excuse me, it has a thing on the side so that you can actually flip-flop between the chats of the two streams. You can actually do multi-Twitch for a bunch of different things as well. So for those who were not here earlier, I did have a special announcement. And special announcement. So I have received an invitation to play in LobsterCon, which is normally it's an annual old school Magic tournament and is normally open to everybody. However, this year, due to last year it was online only, and this year it is invite only due to the pandemic. They sent out invites to a small amount of people, and I was one of those, and I am truly honored to have accepted my invitation. I actually got the invitation 3 weeks ago, but I did want to keep it on the down low. But now that everything is solidified and whatnot, I wanted to make sure that I announced that LobsterCon is brought to you by the New England Old School Crew, and it is an annual old school event using Atlantic old school rules. Most notably, when it comes to Atlantic old school, is that there's one strip mine, 4 shops, 4 of the card recall, not ancestral recall, the card recall from Legends, and also 4 copies of Time Vault are allowed, which is rather interesting. So you can actually make a pretty cool deck when it comes to Twiddle Vault or whatnot. Not sure how many players are there. I have thought about a deck list. I've talked to somebody about borrowing a few cards for a specific deck if I do run a specific deck. But I'm not gonna solidify anything just yet. It's not till September 18th, so we got 2 months. So we'll see. But here we are with Dice Factory. This is the deck that we are running today. We are currently 1-1, and we won our first match. We lost our second one, 2-1, and now we are going into round number 3. That's your anniversary. Nice. So here we go. So we got Fungosaurs, Tetravis, Sengir Vampires, Whirling Dervishes, Sentinel Druids, and Triskelions. Have a couple of copies of Ashnod's Transmogrant, 2 copies of Unstable Mutation, 2 copies of Pestilence, 2 copies of Arena, a bunch of restricted cards, and 20 lands. And then out of our sideboard, 2 Tranquilities, 2 Cities in a Bottle, 2 Crumble, 2 Glooms, 2 Ice Storms, 2 Sleights of Mind, and 3 copies of Blue Elemental Blast. How many dice have been on the table at the same time? Actually, not a lot, surprisingly. With 20 creatures, you would think that I would have a lot of creatures on the table with a lot of dice, but it hasn't been happening like that. So, it is what it is. Not a big deal. So we we do what we got to do. You know what? Sometimes it only takes 1 creature though, in order to turn sideways. I did win a game with Fungosaur plus Pestilence. Which was pretty good. So you activate the Pestilence, Fungosaur takes the damage, then it gets a counter, so now it is bigger, and keep on doing that. And my opponent had a Maze of Ith, and I was able to use Ice Storm to take care of that Maze of Ith. and swing in for lethal damage, which was all kinds of awesome, all kinds of fun. So, which is part of the design of the deck. So with 20 creatures that get +1/+1 counters in some way, shape, or form, we're hoping that we can have a good match in round number 3, and hoping that we're going to have our opponent. There's been one player who doesn't want to appear on the stream. We actually were paired up round 1, and then they repaired our match, and then we were paired up round 2, and they repaired our match. Now he is currently 2-0, and I am 1-1. So chances are that I'm not going to get paired up against that person. So, but it is definitely possible that we could. So we'll see what happens there. Now it looks like we're at time in the round, and they are doing their 5 additional turns and then going into orb flips. So that's a cool thing with old school Magic. Is that there in most old school Magic tournaments there are no match draws. Games can end up in a draw, but matches cannot. So we go into sudden death chaos orb flips. So one player flips a chaos orb, then the second player flips the chaos orb. If the result is the same, you do it again. If the result is different, whoever made it wins. And you do go back and forth like that in pairs of flips, kind of like innings in baseball, extra innings. So it's flip, flip. If they're both the same, then you go flip, flip. And if they're both the same, you keep on going. So Bruins wants me to do a barrel roll. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and we'll do a barrel roll. There we go. And there we go again, going on backwards. So Chaos Orb flips are fun. It is a unique part of old school Magic. If somebody is thinking about playing old school Magic, I definitely recommend that you practice Chaos Orb flips. It is an integral part of the game. It is extremely fun, and it is. If you practice, you can get rid of that element of chance, so that it is just minuscule when it comes. Now, obviously, nobody is perfect when it comes to flipping their Chaos Orbs, but there are some people who are extremely good at it. I'm above average, I would have to say, but I mean, there are people who are significantly better than I am when it comes to Chaos Orb flips. But until I started playing old school Magic, I had never, ever flipped a Chaos Orb. So my very first old school Magic deck, I did not flip a Chaos Orb. I didn't even put a Chaos Orb in the deck because of the fact that I had never flipped a Chaos Orb. So I didn't want to end up in a situation where I had to rely on a Chaos Orb for a match or a game win or something along those lines. So my first old school deck didn't have one. But I did make it a point when I sold out of my modern and standard cards to get a Chaos Orb. When it came to my Chaos Orb, my first one was unlimited, and I wanted to have Alpha, Beta, or Unlimited. And the reason I wanted one of those is I wanted something that was battle tested, something that had seen some flips back 20 plus years ago and whatnot. Whereas even though Collector's Edition and International Edition are allowed in a North American old school, I didn't want a Chaos Orb that was just newly started to be flipped, because Collector's Edition really didn't have much value until old school became a thing, and that means that Chaos Orbs, Collector's Edition Chaos Orbs weren't actually flipped all that often until old school became a thing. I wanted something battle tested, so my first one was unlimited. I paid $650 from a friend of mine, Aaron, who owns a store down called Cloud City Games down in near Allentown. And then last year I traded that and $900 to get a Beta Chaos Orb, and I have my worn out Beta Chaos Orb that is absolutely lovely. I truly adore it. The funny thing is, when I played Standard and Modern, I wanted pristine cards in the best condition possible. And now that I play old school Magic, condition doesn't matter to me. I want the best bang for my buck when I get cards, so condition doesn't really matter to me. Now, I prefer that if I do get any Collector's Edition cards, they don't have the corners clipped. I do have some cards that do have the corners clipped. I haven't clipped any of the corners myself. my bayous, for example, that are in today's deck. The corners are clipped. They are collector's edition, and if you look at those bayous, you can actually see in the picture in the lower left-hand corner that they are all clipped. One thing that's hard to tell in the pictures is that they're actually all signed by Jesper as well, so that's kind of cool. Is it at all frowned upon to stand while flipping? Absolutely not. You get as comfortable as you want when it comes to flipping your Chaos Orb. A lot of people will stand. I sit when I'm on stream because it's just it's more comfortable for me. And then if I stood up while I did a Chaos Orb flip, see what would happen is I would be out of frame. So that's why I do my Chaos Orb flips while I am sitting down. But it is pretty comfortable for me. I have a marker that you can't see on camera that tells me where 1 foot is off the table, so that I know where to hold the Chaos Orb, so I don't have to worry. Yeah, Cobra Kai. Yeah, so I got this shirt a while back. It's actually in the style of the C and the lettering, and that is like the box art for the video game Contra for the NES. Again, anybody who spent any time on the stream knows that I am into retro video games. You know, hence the reason I play the Final Fantasy Randomizer. My little over here, my little Mario logo here, and a bunch of the stuff that's behind me. This is the map for the original Final Fantasy for NES. Down here is the map for the original Metal Gear for NES. So the shirt is styled after Contra, and then has Cobra Kai on it as well. And you see we've got a little stand up for that. We've got like a little seal down here that is looks like the Nintendo seal of approval. It is like the Cobra Kai logo, which is pretty cool. So the original Metal Gear was pretty cool. I mean, I really loved Nintendo back in the day, and I played a lot of it. One of the things when it came to the original Metal Gear is there was a password system, and I actually had reams and reams of paper where I had figured out what each individual spot in the password meant. And when you change one of them, you had to change something else, and depending on what you were changing, different things had to change, and I actually was creating custom passwords to make the game easier or harder. You could make the game unplayable. You could also make it so that that you could start in different parts of the game with without certain equipment or whatnot. It was rather cool. When it came to Final Fantasy, anybody who knows anything about that game is that you got 6 different classes to choose from, and I used to challenge myself when it came to the video games that I had in the best way that I could. And one of the things that I would do with the original Final Fantasy was do solo runs. Solo fighter is actually pretty easy because the fighter gets the best equipment. Solo black belt, it's hard earlier in the game, but once you grind that black belt up to the higher levels, it can't get hit by anything, and it can just one-shot so many different things. And then I did solos of the Thief, which turned into a ninja, which was absolutely horrendous. I have done solo Red Mage runs, which actually are easier than the Thief run. Solo Black Mage, which is extremely difficult, and solo White Mage is even more difficult as well. But I have actually done all of that way back in the early 90s. It was just one of those things. Video games are my thing. They always have been. When it came to video games, I did what I could do with the games that I had. So, looks like we have our opponent, and my opponent will be Lucas. So we will wait for Lucas to show up, and we will see what we can do. Sending a message. Oh. And oh yeah, so Final Fantasy 3. If you mean the US version of Final Fantasy 3, which is actually the Japanese Final Fantasy 6, that is my favorite video game of all time. It's such a great story, a great game. I spent hundreds and hundreds of hours. On the Super Nintendo, it was called Final Fantasy 3. It was actually the sixth game in the Final Fantasy series, but a bunch of the games were not released. Final Fantasy 6, which is the SNES, Final Fantasy 3 is my all-time favorite. Genji Glove plus Offering was definitely a good combo. There's Gem Box plus Economizer, which was that allowed you to cast 2 spells, right? And you could cast them for 1 magic point apiece. Absolutely ridiculous. Then you add into like the quick spell or whatever. Yeah, Final Fantasy VI was just so good. Great storyline. The reason that Final Fantasy VII is a favorite of so many people is that it was the first game in the series that people were introduced to. While I played Final Fantasy from the beginning, Final Fantasy VII I didn't play until like a couple years after it was released. I don't consider Final Fantasy VII to be that great of a game. I wouldn't say that I dislike it. I just think that it starts off very, very, very slow, and the fact that they get you attached to one of the characters, and spoiler alert, Aerith dies at the end of Disc 1 of 3. But I do like Final Fantasy X as well. It is definitely something I prefer Final Fantasy X to Final Fantasy VII. So we'll see. Still waiting for Lucas to join us here on the stream. Again, we'll take a look at what we are running today. This is Dice Factory. 20 creatures that require dice because they all get +1/+1 counters. And then to add to the counter hysteria, I've got 2 copies of Astrod's Transmogrant and 2 copies of Unstable Mutation. Unstable Mutation gives -1/-1 counters at the beginning of my upkeep, but it gives the creature a permanent +3/+3. And with the tournament rules, Rule 704.5Q regarding state-based actions, +1/+1 counters and -1/-1 counters negate each other. So if I were to get a -1/-1 counter from the Unstable Mutation, that means that I basically just take off a +1/+1 counter, and they negate each other. So if I'm in a situation where I'm getting more counters over and over again, then that Unstable Mutation is going to be pretty good, because it's always going to give me that +3/+3 bonus, and there's not going to be much of a drawback. Now, what's really, really cool about the card Arena is that you can make 2 creatures fight, so they deal damage equal to their power to each other. And in doing so, there is no timing restriction on this. Play it as the ability as an instant. So as I did in round number 1, I attacked with the creature, and then before blockers, I put them both into the arena, because the arena taps the creatures. So I want to make sure that I attack with it first, and then they deal damage to each other, which isn't combat damage. And then if if it's a Sengir Vampire or whatever creature it is survives, then it can actually hit the opponent or whatnot. So not sure what's going on with Lucas. So let's see what is going on. It has been a few moments. And we will see what happens round number 3. MTG Melee is being silly. There we go. I will try to message him here in MTG Melee, because he's not responding in Discord. So we'll see what happens. Appreciate everybody who's here. This is my regularly scheduled stream. I play 3 rounds of Old School Magic every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, waiting for my opponent for round number 3 so that we can play some more. Also coming up this Sunday, July 25th at 9 p.m. Eastern, I will be playing in race number 3 of the Final Fantasy Randomizer Duckling Derby. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern. Things are a little bit different from my normal streams when I do the Randomizer Duckling Derby. There's a 10-minute delay and the chat is switched to emotes only. But I definitely would appreciate anybody who stops in to cheer me on. So Final Fantasy Randomizer, you take the NES version of Final Fantasy and then you shuffle around the location of the key items. And the game gets sped up a little bit as well. So, all right. So I'm going to take a quick break and I'm going to see if I can locate Lucas. So please don't touch that dial, all right? Okay, so we have an opponent, and we are not going to be playing against Lucas. We're going to be playing against Parker. So Parker should be coming in here in just a moment. So let's put Parker's name up on the stream, and we will welcome him over here as soon as he gets here. So, yeah, appreciate everybody waiting around. And then, yeah, so because of the repairs every single round, there have people saw a pairing and they posted a pairing, and then Lucas might be playing somebody else right now. So that's that might be what's going on. That's what we think is going on. So. Alright, so I'm just waiting for my opponent to show up. It is going to be Parker, and he should be here any moment now. So, we'll see. Here we go. There we are. Okay. Alright, welcome, man. So, how's your night going?
Good. 2-0.
Alright. So, we will get this show on the road. Where are you from, Parker?
New York.
Oh, okay. New York City?
Yes.
Okay. I'm in Syracuse.
I was just in Syracuse like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah? I'm sorry.
That's fine. Broke a rib on the way home. Whatever.
Yeah. It's like, I know that we've done business before because I saw that I had messaged you before and sent you my mailing address for something.
Yep.
So, I don't remember what it was.
Well,
But I buy a lot of things from a lot of different people, so. You can put the middle one on top.
Alright. You can do whatever you want.
And then you want to choose even or odd?
What's a god?
Odd, okay. It is odd. It is a 3.
I'll play first.
All right, sounds good. Good luck.
You as well. That one's going back.
I will keep. Are you a legacy player?
I'm not.
Just wondering about the brainstorm playmat.
Oh yeah. Well, I used to play Legacy, but I've been only playing old school since I got back into it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You just do whatever. You're fine. It is sweet art on that playmat, though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Arcadian's a good set.
Yeah.
Ah, this is terrible. But I'll keep it.
I love that. This is terrible. I'm keeping. Awesome.
All right. Planes, I'll pass.
Okay, I will draw. Forest, Emerald, Whirling Dervish.
All right. What's that one do whenever it attacks?
If it hits you, like it's a +1/+1 counter
Round
at the end of the
timer
turn.
started.
Alright.
And then it's got protection from black.
In a turn, I'll sort it.
Okay. Oops. 21.
I'll play a planes.
Mhm.
Let me get the life counter up. 0-21. I will play Artifact Barrier.
Okay.
Pass turn during your upkeep. Tap the. Yep.
Okay. Draw. Forest. Mox Jet. Soul Ring.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Mountain.
Yep.
Pass turn during your upkeep. I'll tap Soul Ring.
Okay. Draw. Bayou. Go ahead. Got a real barn burner here.
Lotus.
Okay.
Sack for whatever.
Yeah.
Icy Manipulator.
Okay.
I'll pass turn. During your upkeep, I will tap these. I'll tap the Bayou, and then I'll also tap the Soul Ring.
Okay. Draw. Tropical Island.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Draw. Pass turn. During your upkeep, I'll tap the Soul Ring and the Trop.
Okay. Draw.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Planes.
Yep.
Pass turn during your upkeep, same thing.
Okay. Draw. Lotus.
Mm-hmm.
Crack for blue.
Yep.
Time Walk.
Yep.
Tetravis.
Yep. Seems pretty good.
Okay. Move to my next turn.
Yep.
Untap. Upkeep. Split the Tetravis.
Oh, nice.
Draw.
Mm-hmm.
Time Twister.
Yep.
Was that a Red Bull? No, no, it's just flavored water. No, I would not be drinking a Red Bull this late at night. I'm not crazy.
There. Oh,
Oh, mine. Sorry, you can't
Yeah,
see it, but they
sorry.
can see it on the stream.
yeah.
No, definitely. I'm way too old to be drinking caffeine this late at night. You know, it's like I'm going to be 45 next week. I'm going to be drinking. You know, I don't drink caffeine after like 4 o'clock, or else I'm wired. Even on nights that I stream, I don't have caffeine all that late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will attack for 1.
In response, I'll disenchant Tetravis.
Okay. And then I will cast a Sengir Vampire.
Yep.
And you can go. 6 cards.
So,
Isn't it great being old? Yeah, very much so.
emeralds.
Mhm. I'm already awake at 6 in the morning.
Relic barrier.
Yep.
Black Vice.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. So I'm going to take some damage.
So I'm gonna pass turn during your upkeep. I'm gonna tap Singer Vampire. Let me see. You have 7 cards. I will tap.
I have 6 cards.
Oh, sorry, 6 cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tap the Soul Ring.
Mhm.
And I'll tap the. Guess I'll tap the Jet.
Okay. All right. So I took 2. I'm down to 19. And then I will draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
I will play a swamp. I will attack for 3.
17.
And then I will play a Triskelion.
Yep.
And you can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards.
One tap. Upkeep. Draw. I'm gonna play Armageddon.
Okay.
Land for the turn. I'll pass turn during your upkeep. Tap Singer. Tap Triskelion. And I'll tap your Soaring.
Okay. I'll take one. I'm at 18.
Mhm.
I will draw. I will play a tropical island.
Motherfucker.
And then I will attack for 3 in the air.
Take it. 14.
And you can go. 5 cards.
Felden's Cane.
Sure.
I'll pass turn during your upkeep. Tap Stinger. Tap Triskelion. And I'll tap one of your Tetravites.
And tap what?
A Tetravite.
Tap a Tetravite. Okay.
Or wait, you have 5. No, I'll do a Soaring.
Okay.
Soaring.
That's fine.
Yep.
Okay. Draw. Oh, sorry. I took a point. I'm at 17. And I will play an Underground Sea.
Mm-hmm.
I will fly for 3.
11.
And then I will cast a Chaos Orb.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to activate the Chaos Orb now.
Sure. Targeting.
I'm going to use my Sengir as your Icy.
Cool.
Hit. 4 cards. Go ahead.
In a turn, I'll pop Felden's Cane.
Sure. Thank you, chat. I appreciate that. So we were talking about Chaos Orb flips in between games, in between rounds. So.
Chaos Orb.
Sure.
Pass turn during your upkeep. Tap Triskelion. Tap Soaring.
Okay.
I'm probably just dead.
1, 2, 3, 4 cards. No damage from the Vice. I will draw. I'm going to play a Desert. I will attack for 7.
Yep. And I go to 4.
Yep. And then Time Walk.
You got it.
Mm-hmm. See what we can do here. thinking. All right. We'll do this. Four. I think that's the right thing to do. Appreciate everybody sticking around. I am up 1-0 in round number 3 of 3. So, hoping that I've been putting on a good show for everybody. I'm currently 1-1. And we will see what we can do in games number 2 and 3. Parker's got a lot of artifacts in his deck. I'm assuming that there's some parfait action going on. That would make sense for what I saw, but we will have to see. He had a bunch of artifacts. I had a bunch of artifacts. He was tapping some stuff. I was tapping stuff for mana. You could really go for a parfait right now? Yeah. Yeah, a parfait would be decent right now. Or a gelato. You know, I don't even know how the deck got the name parfait. I have zero clue whatsoever. If anybody in chat knows the answer, please enlighten me. That would be great. Alright. You're playing first?
Yep.
Alright. Good luck, sir.
You as well.
I'll try this one.
Likewise.
Okay. 17. Draw. Bayou. Go ahead.
Lotus. Sack for white.
Yep.
Sarah.
Okay.
Pass.
End step. I'm going to crumble your mocks. Okay. 6 cards. I take 2. I'm at 15. Draw. I will play a Tropical and a Sentinel Druid. And you can go 5 cards.
What does that do?
It gets a +1/+1 counter whenever you cast an artifact.
Okay. Check for 4.
Sure.
You're 11.
Yep.
Pass.
Okay. I'll go to 10 on my upkeep. Draw. I'll cast a Whirling Dervish,
Mm-hmm.
and you can go.
Attack for 4.
Yep. I'm at 6.
Pass.
I'm at 5. Underground C. Regrowth on the crumble.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna crumble the vice. You gain 1. You're at 21. Go ahead.
Attack for 4.
Yep, I'm at 1.
Pass.
Untap. Draw. Arena. Pass the turn.
Attack.
Inside combat before you declare attackers. I'm going to put my Sentinel Druid into the arena, and your Angel goes into the arena, taps them both, and then they fight.
Okay.
Alright, so your Angel's tapped and can't attack.
Alright. Earthquake for 1.
Oh, you could have done that too. Yep. Yeah, that was a beating. That was a beating and a half. That turn 1 Sarah Angel. I couldn't do anything about it. So. Alright, so Entrox in chat says, I found the name Parfait came from a French word parfait, which means perfect. The original Parfait decks had components that can deal with early, mid, and late game. For the early games, it had answers in the form of cheap and efficient removal and life gain. The removal is self-explanatory. Yeah, so. Alright, so that was butt whooping and a half that my sideboard card could not deal with, so let's go back to the drawing board on that, shall we?
Wait, isn't Arena a promo card?
Yeah.
Is promo allowed in Paladin?
In North American old school, yes. Arena and Sewers of Estark.
But not.
And I think Nalathni Dragon, maybe? But... yeah, Mana Crypt is not allowed because it's from 1995. And Windseeker Centaur is not allowed because it's from 1995 also. I would love to have Windseeker Centaur. 3 mana, 2/2 with Vigilance in red seems okay in old school Magic. I think it would see a lot of play.
You playing first?
Yes. All right, good luck. I'll keep.
Social
City of Brass, Emerald. I'll take a point. Whirling Dervish. I'm at 19. Go ahead.
Pronto. Soaring.
Yep.
Pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Trop. Attack for 1 with the dervish.
Take it.
I will end the turn and get a counter. Go ahead.
Cards.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
17.
Lotus for black. Sanger Vampire.
Yep.
Go ahead. This gets a counter.
End of turn, I'm gonna disenchant your emeralds.
Okay. And then
Burn.
take a burn. Okay.
Yep. So, yeah. You have how many cards?
3.
Ruby. Plains. I cast balance. 3 cards in hand.
Okay. So you go down to 2 lands.
Yep.
Okay.
Pass.
Untap. Draw. 4 cards. Go ahead.
Winds of Change.
Blue Blast.
Alright. Pass.
Untap. Draw. Trop. Go. 3 cards.
Winds of Change.
Okay. You have how many cards?
3.
Okay. It's just hands, right? Not graveyards?
Yep. Just shuffle your hand in and draw that many cards.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Jet, and I'll pass turn.
Draw. Arena. Go ahead.
Land's Edge.
Blue Blast.
Yep. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw. I'll take a point. Twister.
You got it.
I have not played a land for the turn.
I'll keep.
Bayou, Jet, Sapphire. 4 cards. Go ahead.
That's it. Draw. Emeralds, Sapphire. Armageddon.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. I misplayed that. Do it anyway. Land tax
Okay.
and pass with 3 in hand.
Draw. Bayou. Go ahead.
What's up? Draw. Pass turn.
Time walk.
You got it.
Tropical Islands.
Yep.
Move to my next turn. Draw.
Mm-hmm.
Underground Sea. Sanger Vampire.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Trigger land tax.
Yeah.
You got planes, planes, planes.
One of them's on the battlefield.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
The mountain was not on the battlefield. The plains was on the battlefield.
thank you.
Yeah.
Twitch stream.
Draw for your turn.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with the Twitch stream. It has everything to do with me paying attention.
Yep. 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 Balance.
Cards in hand.
7.
Okay, so I will get. I've got 2 cards in hand, so I will get rid of these.
All but 1 land in your
Yep.
creature. And I'll keep 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get rid of the rest. And I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. Go ahead. 3 cards.
So, draw. Pass.
Draw. Go ahead. 4 cards.
Pass.
Draw. Go ahead. 5 cards.
Lotus sack for white.
Yeah.
Dust to dust your 2 Moxen.
Oh, that was nice.
Pass.
Draw. Cards in hand?
3.
Okay. Underground Sea. Demonic Tutor.
Mm-hmm.
And I will pass the turn.
Trigger land tax.
Yep.
Chaos Orb.
Sure.
Winds of Change.
Okay, how many cards do you have?
5.
Alright, as do I.
Didn't play a land. Does it matter?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Black dice.
Sure.
Pass turn.
5 cards. I take 1. I'm at 17. Draw. Swamp. Gloom.
My white spells cost 2 more.
3 more.
3 more.
4 cards. Go ahead.
That's fine. Untap. Trigger land tax.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Draw. Black dice.
Sure.
Pass turn.
Okay. Untap. 4 cards. No damage. Draw. Underground Sea. Go ahead.
End of turn, I'll disenchant your balloon. Pay 3 more for it.
You got 5 mana there?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Soul Ring. Okay, yeah.
Untap. Trigger land attacks.
Sure.
One. Draw. Four. Icy Manipulator.
Okay.
pass turn. During your upkeep, I'll tap your Bayou.
Okay. 4 cards. Draw. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Mode. Play mode.
Okay.
Pass turn. During your upkeep, I'll tap your Bayou.
Okay, I take 2 because I have 5 cards.
Cool.
Draw. Lotus.
Yep.
Sack. Tetravis.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I'll disenchant your Tetravis.
Sure.
And pass turn. During your upkeep, I'll tap your Bayou again.
Okay. 4 cards, no damage. Draw.
Mm-hmm.
Workshop. Triskelion.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
End of turn, I'll Sword Strike.
I will respond and hold on, let me look at my graveyard. I'll do 2 to you,
You'll gain 2.
and then I'm going to deal 1 to the Triskelion. So that it goes to my graveyard as
Yep.
opposed to getting exiled.
Gotcha.
And you can continue.
Draw. Okay, plateau.
Mm-hmm.
You have how many cards? Still 4?
3.
3. Worse. Pass turn.
Untap. Anything on my upkeep?
Yeah, Bayou.
Bye. Okay.
Yeah, Bayou.
Okay. Draw. 4 cards. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Pass turn. During your upkeep, same thing, Bayou.
I will respond by tapping it for green. And I will cast Crumble on your Chaos Orb.
In response, I'll activate Chaos Orb on your Workshop.
Okay.
Guess I'll use the Plateau.
Alright. Workshop is gone. I'm going to 3 cards. I'll continue with my turn.
Yep.
Draw. And I will say go.
So, draw. Land's Edge.
Sure. How many cards are in your hand?
6.
Okay.
I'll pass turn during your upkeep. Tap the Bayou.
Okay. 4 cards. Draw. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw.
Yep.
You have 5 cards.
Correct.
Hmm. Let's tap one of your blue sources.
Okay.
Then I'll see. I'm gonna Earthquake for 6.
So 8 to 9.
Pass turn.
You take damage also.
Yeah. I'm at 8.
During your end step, I'm going to activate the Land's Edge to discard a Whirling Dervish.
It's only land.
No, it is not. It only deals damage if you do a land. I can
Card.
discard any card.
Okay, yeah. All right,
And
sorry.
then I will discard another Whirling Dervish.
Yep.
I'll untap. And you're tapped out, correct?
Yes.
I will draw. I will cast a Fungusaur, because I can.
Alright.
3 cards. Go ahead.
What's that? Draw. That sucks. I was worried about a counterspell, and I don't think I needed to. How many lands do you have in play?
I have 4 lands in play.
What does Fungusaur say?
Whenever it's dealt damage, it gets a +1/+1 counter.
Okay.
But Moat says that it can't attack, so it doesn't really mean it matter right now.
I'm going to pass turn during your upkeep, tap the Bayou.
Okay. 3 cards. Draw. Go ahead. 4 cards.
Untap. Draw. I'm gonna hit you with Land's Edge.
Okay. I'm
1,
at 7.
2, 3,
Okay.
4. Take you to 1.
I'm at 1. Yeah.
I'm gonna play Winds of Change.
Not tapping a white source.
Oh, yeah. Winds of Change.
I'll respond. I'll hit you for 2.
Yep.
Put you at 6. All right, I've got 3 cards.
Same.
Okay.
God damn it. All right.
They just called time in the round. So
Cool.
you are turn 0, sir.
I'm gonna play Relic Barrier,
Okay.
and I'll pass with 2 cards.
Okay. Turn 1. Upkeep. 3 cards.
Cool.
Anything?
Tap your Bayou.
Okay. Draw. Pass the turn. Turn 2. 4 cards.
Pass turn.
Turn 3. Upkeep. Anything?
Yep, Bayou.
Okay. Draw. Hit you with 3 lands.
You got it.
Whew. Well, we got there, chat. We got there. So, here's today's deck. We went 2-1 with Dice Factory, with some tight play, and maybe some play that wasn't so tight. I don't know. But I was very, very fortunate that I was able to draw. I drew 2 lands off that final Winds of Change. And then I was just waiting for either him to draw a land to shoot me or for me to draw another land. And thankfully, I drew another land. So that was definitely interesting. So I appreciate everybody who joined the stream today. I'm looking forward to... Was I missing something, or was there a reason he did not use land tax? He had taken all of the basics out of his deck at that point, First Legion, so that's why he wasn't using the land tax. He needed a Felden's Cane or something. He needed a burn spell, something along those lines. If he had drawn his Felden's Cane, he could have shuffled the lands back in, and he could have killed me with the land tax. But because he Armageddon so many basic lands away, again, I had to play to my outs. And I did just that, and I ended up winning, which is definitely pretty awesome. So I appreciate everybody who was here tonight. This is my regularly scheduled stream. I play 3 rounds of Old School Magic every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you haven't already done so, please make sure that you follow and turn on those notifications so you know when I go live. I do have 2 more races left in the Final Fantasy Randomizer Duckling Derby. Those are the next 2 Sundays, July 25th and August 1st at 9 p.m. Eastern. So I would definitely appreciate it if you join me to cheer me on for that. With that, I appreciate everybody who is here tonight, everybody who stuck around, and you got to see the kitty, you got to see Snickers, you got the news about me going to LobsterCon. So I'm definitely happy that I was able to pull off that 2-1 wins with Dice Factory. So thank you very much. With that, I will see you next Tuesday. Take care.